Breaking news this morning, Donald Trump has announced that he will be sending the United States military on American soil against American citizens, authorizing, quote, full force in the process. This is a moment of reckoning for the United States of America and a moment of reckoning for the United States media, because this cannot be normalized. Take a minute and imagine if President Biden or President Obama or even President Bush sent in the United States military and authorized, quote, full force against American civilians on American soil, causing chaos within the country. What would the reaction from the media be? It would be to hold the leaders accountable. But with Donald Trump, we've seen far too often that this media just refuses to hold him accountable because they are afraid. This morning, Donald Trump on Truth Social posted a short message to the public saying that he's directing Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any of our ICE facilities under siege from attack by Antifa and other domestic terrorists. He went on to say, I am also authorizing full force if necessary. So take a minute and let that sink in for a second. Full force against American civilians. Full force is undefined by the President of the United States. Full force could mean essentially deploying American citizens or American military personnel against American citizens to conduct law enforcement activities, which would be a significant departure from what he has done thus far. Let's talk about that, because we need to take a step back and really look at whether what he is doing is lawful under the United States Constitution and under his powers as President of the United States of America. So essentially, in the United States, there is something called the Posse Comitatus Act of 1878. That piece of legislation restricts the federal military forces or the use of the federal military in enforcing domestic law. The core purpose of Posse Comitatus is to prevent United States presidents from wielding the United States military as a domestic police force. Trump's directive, while it is vague, appears to flirt directly with violating Posse Comitatus. There are legal mechanisms, such as the Insurrection Act, that would allow the use of the military domestically, but Trump's sweeping language of full force raises serious constitutional alarms because right now, without legal grounding, the move risks eroding the guardrails that separate the United States military from partisan or authoritarian use. And within Pentagon circles, within the Department of Defense, according to reports this morning, they don't know what full force actually means. And we also don't know what the full scope of this deployment.
Insurrection Act, under what conditions or terms would you?
Well, I'd do it if it was necessary. So far it hasn't been necessary, but we have an Insurrection Act for a reason. If I had to enact it, I'd do that. If people were being killed and courts were holding us up, or governors or mayors were holding us up, sure, I'd do that. I mean, I want to make sure that people aren't killed. We have to make sure that our cities are safe. And it's turning out, and we started with D.C. It's been so successful.
Donald Trump is preparing to declare martial law. This is the reason he's sending troops into Portland, Los Angeles, Chicago, Memphis, Baltimore, etc. He will continue doing this. Once he has these troops in place, he can declare martial law and freeze each one of these cities. This is how he's going to take control of all the places that voted against him. This is how he will control the midterms and possibly eliminate all elections in the future. I mentioned this back in April when Liz Cheney came out and said that he was about to declare martial law, and I got thousands and thousands of comments from people saying, oh, you're a nut job, you're crazy, Liz Cheney is crazy, this isn't going to happen. I said this before and I'm going to say it again. I have known this clown for 30 years, and if you've never met this guy, you have no idea what he's capable of. Believe me, this is the most dangerous man right now because we gave him all this power in the world. Please prepare yourself and your family. This is going to end badly.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and Pete Hegseth and the rest of Donald Trump's goon squad are doing great harm to our military by floating the use of the 82nd Airborne Division on American soil. I served 24 years in the military, and part of that was as an airborne sapper in the 82nd Airborne Division. And I can tell you that's not what our troops make the sacrifice for. The Posse Comitatus Act exists for a reason. We don't turn our military against our own citizens. If this insane bunch keeps pushing that line, we're one step away from another Kent state. The 82nd Airborne is one of the most lethal units on Earth. You don't aim that kind of power at Americans, and that's a fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.
So Donald Trump is now saying that he's not ruling out using the Insurrection Act to be able to have the U.S. military perform policing duties on U.S. civilians. The Insurrection Act is designed for situations like January 6th, nothing like what's happening now. So it's a gross overreach of power, and it's typically what Donald Trump is doing. It's what he's known for. So it'll be battled out in the courts after he's done his damage. Share your thoughts in the comments section and follow me for more.
So we all saw it, right? Donald Trump gets before the military, real serious generals who don't laugh at his jokes because they're not funny, don't clap because what he's saying is not good, and he threatens American citizens, calls us the enemy within, the enemy without a uniform, that we can't differentiate between the good guys and the bad guys, and that we need to use total force to take us out. Friends, this is not good. This is not normal. This is the beginning of something. Hopefully, it's the beginning of the end of Donald Trump, because even his own people in his administration should be able to see that this is not going anywhere good. You cannot put the military onto us, onto people, citizens of the United States. We already see what he's doing with ICE. ICE is like out of control, doing whatever they want to do, raiding apartment buildings in the middle of the night, pulling children and parents out of the apartment building, some of them citizens, and just doing whatever they want to do. And people are just saying, like, wow. And nobody is standing up to ICE. Where is everybody? I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. It's wrong. We don't have police forces that can just act with impunity, that don't need warrants to go into people's houses. This is everything that the Constitution is against. And yet, ICE is going to be expanded to be the largest police force in the United States. And at some point, ICE will be pointing at us, because Trump has already called Antifa, which may seem fake to you and fake to me, as a terrorist organization. And what it means is that they're going to look out, they're going to investigate the funding for Democrats. Anyone that opposes Trump will be considered a terrorist or possible terrorist. And we will be rounded up at some point if someone doesn't stop Trump now, because the courts aren't stopping him. So we need Congress to do their job and to say, enough is enough, Donald. Even if you like the guy, this is your chance to rein him in and keep him president, because at some point he's going to be over the top. And even you, Speaker Johnson, but hopefully you'll be gone. Even you, Speaker Hakeem Jeffries, and hopefully Majority Leader Chuck Schumer will have to take on Trump. And the people in the Senate will have to make a serious decision whether they really want.
Hi people, welcome back again, all my manga family. If you're turning into this channel, please do to like, comment and share, and turn on the bell notification. That's which time I upload a video first to be notified. To my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. My new subscribers, as each and every one of you, but the clip of video that you watched, I know that you understand the video. Everybody is entitled to share his or her opinion. Just feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section Now that Donald Trump that said that he's going to enforce the military people for the U.S. citizen, this and that, because of a lot of things that be going on in America. So I don't know. I don't know. What do you think about this video? Do you think that Donald Trump is doing too much for his people? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Or do you think that MAGA that they are regretting too much and they should believe on Donald Trump? Because ever since Donald Trump has said that, it's a lot of people, a lot of things that have been going on. A lot of people have been regretting their votes because of high cost of the living is very high. Everything there, they are all regretting their votes. So what do you think about all this Donald Trump administration? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think that America will be great again? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Or do you think that Donald Trump should take it easy with his people? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Once again, if you have not remembered to subscribe, please do also subscribe and like, comment, and share. See you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah.